Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men Real Style. Today I'm going to be talking about Esquire magazine and why I think it's one of the best values for your dollar when you're looking to improve your personal style and you want a magazine delivered to your door every month. Okay, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that just by clicking the button right above here on YouTube. In addition, visit Real Men Real Style. Now, this is my blog. We give away some great information. We've got a couple hundred solid articles on men's style there. In addition, we've got a great email list, which you'll get our free ebook in addition to an MP3 audio delivered right to your inbox. And this is great stuff. Every single day I get a thank you. People just telling me how much they love this information. It's great, solid content. Highly advise you join. Okay, let's jump right into this. Esquire magazine, I've been a big fan of Esquire for years now, and I feel that really you can't do much better. Yes, there are better magazines out there. A couple that come to mind, The Rake, Men's X over in Japan, but these other magazines, they're a little bit pricier. They actually quite a bit pricier. In fact, go ahead and try to find Men's X delivered into the United States. I mean, you're going to spend probably about $150 a year getting that delivered versus I think the latest price I saw for Esquire, I don't know, I think it was, they have a promotion going right now, $10 for 2 years. In any case, even if you paid $10 or $12 for 1 year, it's a great deal. And I've got 4 reasons as to why I support Esquire and why I think you should too. 1, overall, the content is solid. So reading through that, very rarely do I find something that I completely disagree with. Yes, I may not agree with completely, but very rarely do I find something that I just think is blatantly wrong. So that would be, overall the content is solid. The other one is tons of great visuals. So you go through there and they spend a lot of money. I mean, I don't know where they get all these, they take all these pictures, but they have photo shoot after photo shoot. And it gives you a lot of ideas. They also do a great job with layout. And I like some of their little illustrations that they come up with. So the visuals are great. Again, I mentioned the price, $10 for 2 years. Again, you could look at The Rake, you can look at Monocle, you can look at Men's X. These magazines are going to be more detailed. They're going to be definitely not full of as many advertisements as Esquire is, but you're going to pay a lot more money. Finally, I really like the idea of something arriving every single month to my mailbox. I just like to have something physical that I can take with me. With my laptop or even my iPhone. It takes a few seconds. The screen is either small on my iPhone or with my computer, it's not as portable. Perhaps I just want something if I'm going to be, driving into town and I just want something to sit on my lap and read if I'm going to be with my wife or with my family. So that's what I love about the magazine is it's there. It comes into my mailbox. It's sitting there on the table when I've got 30 seconds, I've got a couple minutes to read, and I'll just jump through and read it. What are the negatives? Why would I possibly, what are things you're going to see that you're not going to like about Esquire? 1, it's a bit trendy. So they do pay attention to fashion, and I would say probably 20% to 25% of the advice in there is going to be outdated. You're going to look back at this and you're going to be able to tell, okay, this came out around 2011, 2012, based off of, the fact that they do latch on to some trends. The other part is half of the magazine is either advertisements or half-naked women. Now, I'm as heterosexual as they come. I've got it, I love naked women, but when it comes down to it, I'm not really looking for that in a men's magazine that's supposed to focus on clothing. And occasionally on the cover, if I lay that around, my young son's going to come over and he's going to ask about that, or my daughters. I say daughters, we're going to be having another one here very soon, but right now I've just got one. But it's one of those things that I don't want them necessarily seeing that, the objectification of women. Now, whether or not you agree with that's just my personal opinion. A lot of the ads, too, they're of alcohol, they're of cigarettes. Now, we're all grown up, so we can make our own decision. Very small cons, in my opinion. Overall, I love the magazine. I think it's a great deal. Keep it in your office. Keep it in your study. It's not a kid's magazine. So overall, I give Esquire 2 thumbs up. I think it's well worth your money, especially if you're looking for something, again, to be delivered to your mailbox every month to help give you ideas. I think a lot of the clothing they feature, this may be a con as well, isn't affordable for the average guy, but it gives you an idea. It gives you a deeper understanding of what options you have and what you can be looking for. In the future, I would like to see Esquire pay attention to bigger men. I mean, the reality is not all of us fit perfectly into there. And so you'll want, hopefully Esquire's listening, and that they start featuring larger men, because that's the reality of the world we live in, and larger men need a lot of help. Okay, this has been Antonio Centeno with Real Men, Real Style, and those are my thoughts on Esquire magazine. Take care. Bye-bye.